Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Monday, January 13th, 2025. This is my daily vlog where each morning I come into the studio, turn on the cameras and lights, and talk about what I've been doing, what I'm doing next, and how it's going, trying to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. So, a lot has happened in the last 6-7 days since we last spoke. A little more, I guess. No, we did speak, I guess, Thursday briefly from Vegas. So, a lot to catch up on, so I couldn't possibly talk about everything in this quick vlog. I want to touch on the highlights. So let's rewind all the way back to Friday before last, what was that, the 4th, 5th, whatever that was. The last time I was here in the studio and we spoke, I was getting ready to head out to CES, but I wanted to try to get some stuff done, and I did. I got stuff ready, I got it packed, got stuff together, and I knocked out another a post-mortem lessons learned piece here on the vlog. I got that out, I guess, Friday or so. Also, over the weekend, as I was packing and doing stuff, I'm like, I had that itch, like I really haven't published anything in a little bit. So I had a bonus podcast ready, which was a feed drop of a 1980s Now favorite episode on our GenXGrownUp feed. So I just did the post-production on that, laid out the timeline, and published that, and I think I did it on Sunday. Yeah, sometime Sunday in the afternoon or so. So just another another piece of content, trying to cross promote the two shows that I'm on. So then it was so also Sunday, before we get into CES. You'll recall that George is doing his bit-by-bit news items every Sunday, and he was ready to quit. And he says, "They're not growing," and we started seeing growth. The one he put out last Sunday, not just yesterday, but last Sunday, over 8,300 views. It's in that week. So he sees the value in those, I think, now. And I think in the most recent one that he did just yesterday, I even commented to him. I see he sounds much more relaxed, much more conversational, and he's picking up an audience for that. The one he did just yesterday, has already done 4,900 views. So, see, interesting news definitely has a place on the channel, and so it's working out well. So let's talk CES. So we spoke Thursday. Last Thursday from my hotel room. We talked a little bit, and no, somebody said I was standing in front of a shower curtain in the bathroom. No, I was not in the bathroom. That was the little like privacy blind curtain. It has a design on it. It kind of looks like a shower curtain, I guess. I was in the little living area space, standing next to the bed. Anyway, we did get to talk briefly Thursday. So to recap what I did at CES, I was there for 3 days. Tuesday and Wednesday, I was at the My Arcade booth there, just helping them to, do what you do at a trade show: introduce products and show people around what the products are, comment on them, give them suggestions, that kind of thing. Did that for 2 days. On the third day, which is the Thursday we spoke, I went around and kind of tried to meet some other vendors and make some new contacts for some other products, and I did that too. During the 2 days of putting out content, that Tuesday and Wednesday, now in hindsight, so I put out 10 videos, most of them about 3 or 4 minutes. A couple of them were a little bit longer. The hands-ons were a little bit longer. None of those have been out a week, right? They've all been out. Even the one that's been out the longest has only been out for 4 days, I guess, 5 days. Those 10 videos collectively have done over 150,000 views. 150,000 views on those little short videos. It makes sense. It's all brand new products people want to see. It's great. And I thought about, even some people question, like, why you put out so many videos? Why don't you just do one? Well, the reality is, because you could put out a single 40-minute video showing every product at the booth, and maybe you get some traction on that. But why not do small videos about each? Look, you could argue it. It made the most sense to me, and it made the most sense to the channel, and it really has paid off, because now if someone wants to talk about a single product, you can send them a link to that video or this video, and it meant more views. It meant way more engagement, and we're getting referenced. We got referenced in Ars Technica. We got referenced in a lot of different news sites and articles, because we had great coverage, because I was right there. I was able to go hands-on and take some time. I really enjoy the trade show scene, because I used to go to trade shows for almost 20 straight years in my broadcasting history. So I know how the trade show system works and what it's like, kind of guerrilla warfare on the floor. Very little resources and showing things and glad handing and talking to people. I met a ton of people who watched GenXGrownUp and stopped by. If any of those ended up here on the vlog, hey there, nice to have you here. Talked to several really kind folks. Some other creators came by, of course. It was a really nice respite from what I really do every day. Now it's back to reality, though. I do want to show you, take a look at this chart real quick before you go back to reality. You can see, this is the last, I think, 28 days. You can see the CES bump. Like, we're going along nice, steady pace, a little bit of growth, and then kaboom, this CES bump is just, it was quadruple the views. It was off the chart. So speaking of off the chart, let's go ahead and talk about stats then. The stats are going to need to be adjusted, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to wait till CES slides off the last 7 days because I do this average. So here's my chart, and I would like to be at or above this midpoint, which is 13,000 views and 80 subscribers average over the last 7 days. Now already, subscribers are kind of pushing off that end. With the last few reports, they were too high. I'm not going to adjust the chart yet, but right now, the last 7 days, 31.8 thousand views and 224 subscribers. Now this is all artificially inflated because I don't have CES every week. I can't put out 10 videos every week. This is a special case. So it's fun to see the stats. Those are going to hopefully settle into a new higher norm as we roll into the new year. So I'll hold off on adjusting the chart until this anomalous week slides out of our range and we see where we settle, and then we'll reevaluate if we should up our estimates for our norms. Meanwhile, let's talk about subscribers. When we talked on Thursday from Vegas, I told you that we had made it to 75,000, in fact 75,002. But with all this traffic, it doesn't sit there long. We made it through 75, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're now at 75,980 something, almost 990. Sometime today we're going to cross 76. So we just crossed 75 last week. We're going to see 76 because it's 220, 225 a day. I mean, that's how you get, thousands in a few days. It's not, yeah. So another 1,000 milestone coming. There's a story about how close we are to 1,000 in relation to my arcade that I will share in an upcoming video. Probably on the main channel we'll talk about. I think it could be fun. There's a wager in place. We'll talk about that. Okay, let's talk about today. Time to get back in the swing of things. Time to cleanse my palate of my arcade stuff because that's all I've done for the last 2 weeks. This morning I need to shoot the newest. We're back in the swing of things for Retro Days, so a new episode of Celebrating Yesteryear. I'll cut the stand-up and VO for that. I have an idea for a short that I could do, the idea that I got from Twitter. I might get to that at some point today. I need to prep for tomorrow's podcast edit. We missed last Tuesday, of course. We'll be back in the studio tomorrow. I have like 5 video ideas. One or two of them are out of CES with my arcade stuff. I'll hold those for later in the week. But I have stuff. I have a gadget that I picked up, a collectible gadget. I have some more printable stuff from my buddy Paul. I have editorial in mind. I have all this stuff that I want to do. Can't do it all at once because I just don't have the bandwidth. If I had the energy and bandwidth and the velocity, I have an idea for a video every day this week. I'm not going to get that much, but I'm going to get plenty, at least 3 or 4 this week. So I'll see. It's more than I can do, but that's fine. It's a good problem to have because when I get into next week, I have leftover that I can push through. So I'll definitely do that. Also, I plan to pick up Friday Plays, the first Friday Plays of 2025 this Friday. So I think I know, I have a couple of candidates in my mind that I want to start the year with. So I'll kind of start the prep for that, get a folder created, get the artwork ready, that kind of thing. Play the game a little so I remember. All of that is loaded on my Monday. Plus we have a team meeting Monday evening tonight. It's a lot, but it's coming off of CES is a real high in terms of it's exhausting. Not a real high in terms of being at Vegas. Vegas could have been anywhere. I saw a hotel and convention center. I didn't gamble a nickel in Vegas. I was busy. But coming off the high of the stats and all the comments and engagement and the growth, Like, you just want to capitalize on it. But yeah, I have regular beats that I have to hit. I've got to hit these marks. In the meantime, I'll try to capitalize on what we've done this past week and leapfrog off of that into the new year where we're at. So I said, 2025 was going to be bananas. You saw all the products coming out of just my arcade. We haven't seen announcements from anybody else yet. Those things are coming for later in the year. It's a lot, and I think that's enough to bombard you with for this first day back. It's a regular week, so I'm going to see what I can do about building this week, starting with Monday. Thank you, of course, for popping in to check out today's vlog, if that's what you did. If you're here every day, and those of you, thanks for all your kind words. Missed me last week. I get it, and I missed being here too. It's become a real pattern. Love you for being here. Thank you so much for your support and your engagement here with me. Have a great Monday kickoff to your week. Don't forget to do something good for yourself, and I will talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.